It's showtime. What's up, historians? Welcome back to season 6. Holy cow, I'm still going here. Episode number 2, still fresh off the grid. Thank you guys for tuning in last week with Danielle Fitzgerald. We did have the giveaway. We had a winner as well. I believe her name is Amanda Marie. She won the giveaway we had with all my client stuff, a signed picture of the group The Searchers with Shane Pittman and all them. And I also had a 30-minute reading with psychic medium Irene Keloise. That's in there at Bendel Well. I'm going to get that mailed out to you. Thank you so much. Look at that. There she is like that. Danielle, thanks to your friend Annie Marie. Thank you for picking the winner. Thank you for being my opening guest last week. Guys, check out Danielle Fitzgerald. She is, she's got a bunch of stuff. Psychic mediumship. She's a Reiki master. All that stuff at Illuminate, ILLUMIN, the number 8, Illuminate Group. Check her out in Ohio right there. So before we get the show going with my next guest of the season, Miss Allie KRAUSE, you guys check her out, Allie K Promotions. She's all over the place doing stuff like that, promoting stuff. She's a psychic medium. She's an actress, a horror promoter. She's all that stuff going more. We're going to talk all about that. At the end of the season, we did have Brianna Gofflin, also known as Viking Witch. She actually is in Amityville Barbie coming up. She's an actress, but she's also very many more than that. Much of things. She did this for the
everyone,
podcast.
This is Rena Gohan with Viking Witch Studios. I'm an artist, gamer, and actress, and you're watching Historically Haunted VODCAST with Adam. Thank you so much, Adam, for having me on your show. You're awesome. I can't wait to do your tours and see more from you. For everybody that's watching at home, I hope you enjoy the show.
Thank you, Brianna, for sending me that. I got like 1.3 thousand views already on YouTube. That's fucking crazy. Allie, I want that from you like in a week or so. If you can give me an introduction for my show, I'd appreciate that. So real quick, too, a shout out to Danny and Lauren. They drove up from Connecticut. And we had 3 days of tours, Stephen King tours. We had everything from Friday. We went to Dice Hearts, which is a truck stop restaurant here in Herman, Maine. That's actually where Stephen King used to frequent. That's where you get the idea for the Maximum Overdrive movie, Trucks. From there, we went to there. We had some food. It's one of America's oldest truck stops. We went to Stephen King's house. We threw Danny's books over Stephen King's gate. I got a video of that. And Justin Grammer, my client, author, and film director, we threw his book over. Zinc, the structure. Right over. We saw our newspaper said, I was a newspaper, tinkered over the fucking gate. Everybody watching is like, what the hell? So they get a bag of all our stuff, which is awesome. So I'm at Stephen King's house. We ended up going to the Oriental Jade, which is Jade of the Orient in the movie It. And they actually have the eyeball that was in the fortune cookie from the movie in their Chinese restaurant. And they have a big thing on their menu. We are the feature of It. Stephen King's It, blah, blah, blah. So I gave them the tour, went through all that stuff, went and saw where the original pet cemetery is in Orrington, Maine, where Stephen King stayed and his daughter Naomi's cat Smucky get killed, buried in the pet cemetery. He wrote the book in this place, and I brought him there. Historically Haunted Tours. You come to Maine, check it out. I want to show you. So he gave me his book. Danny and Lauren Perez, thank you guys, man. Your newest book. That's awesome. Appreciate it. They signed it for me. And then also as a gift, too, besides, of course, the tour, they gave me this. It's a little booklet called Weird Book 19. It's from 1984. Check it out. Where is it? Right there. Look at that. Look at the top one right there. Stephen King wrote a little book, a little like just like a novella called Grandma, just publishing this little thing. And this is expensive on eBay. This is mint shape, and I get that as a gift out of my Stephen King collection. Whew, thank you guys. Anyway, and this show is sponsored by another client of mine, Ryan Weffelmeyer, who does candles. He's a film director, a paranormal investigator, and a 3D printer, goods maker. There's my cat Loomis. He made me and sent me for the show. He sponsors this week. Thank you so much for the sponsorship, my little ghosties, because it's fucking Halloween all year round. So anyway, without further ado, from Wisconsin, from Ed Geinville, where the cheese is, and where Ed Gein, killed for mother. We have Allie K coming up. Allie K, guys, check it out. Allie K Promotions, AK-17 Promotions. She's an actress. She's a model. She's an author. She's all over the place. All featured on Paraflix. Without further ado, Miss Allie K, what's up, girl?
Hello. How are you?
Good. Winded introduction. Sorry.
Yeah, I do too much. But yeah, thanks for having me.
Thank you for joining in. We've been friends on Facebook a couple of years. We haven't really talked, and I followed you, and I said, I got to have this chick on. You get a lot of shit going on, and I wanted to get to know you. So thank you for your time.
For sure.
Cool. Am I on the right time as you? Because you're Wisconsin. Are you 604?
Yep, 604.
Okay, you are. I think it's Central. Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Hope you don't mind. I smoke. I got a med card. Marijuana is legal in Maine. So,
As
So
it
let's
should
start. Yeah, as it should be. Amen. So all right, let's start the show off because I want people to get to know you, even though I obviously follow you. Not everybody may know you in my neck of the woods that follow New England. And of course, for those of you that haven't seen the show, they'll watch it. I load it up to YouTube. There's a movie archive. People that will always tune in after. So let's start the show by saying this, Allie. Girl, what could you start it into everything and spooky? Horror, monsters, all that stuff.
I mean, officially, it's only been a few years, I guess. Well, that's not true because I've been a comedy horror host I was 10 years.
I saw that. I saw them things. You were doing that for a while. Yeah.
On a show called Bordello of Horror. We were on CW Madison every Sunday at midnight or Saturday at midnight. Sorry.
That's so cool. That's so cool.
And my character was Alley Cat. And we would do kind of skits while we played vintage horror movies. So kind of Svengoolie-ish, and it's a lot of fun. I mean, we're still on Roku The Vault, I believe. But yeah, okay. We did a lot of Comic-Cons. We've met a lot of people along the way. So I've met a lot of people in like the horror genre, like Steve Gonsalves I've met years ago, through Bordello. But and I've always been a psychic and a medium, but something happened, I don't know, a few years ago where things just kind of exasperated, and fate kind of just drove me in that direction.
Wow.
Yeah, it was interesting. I actually I was working at a haunted bar in Baraboo, Wisconsin, old Baraboo.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. And I gained so many relationships with the spirits there. Like they were so active with me that it became kind of a thing. And then we would have, little conventions and stuff where I was meeting more and more people. And then I got invited from a few folks that I became friends with, Nick and Aaron from 28 Days Haunted on Netflix.
Yep.
They kind of took me under their wing for a minute, and I started doing more investigations, and things opened up more and more. And then I started doing, I was doing psychic readings, like tarot cards. I still do, but
oh, I didn't know that. Okay, you do readings, right on. I would add that. I'll make sure.
A lot of different places. I think I've been more in this last year into the mediumship side of things, and that's more of like a privately helping people connect with their loved ones,
like a calling. It's kind of like it's your thing, right? I mean,
yeah, definitely. But I mean, I do psychic readings for whoever wants them. You can find me on social media, and I do hi Jenny. I do virtual readings too that are just as accurate. But lately I have kind of dove into more of the mediumship side, and it's been interesting.
It's draining, ain't it? It's draining.
It's a lot harder than like the psychic stuff. It's kind of like different branches of the same tree, but the mediumship and the psychic. But so the psychic is way easier, I guess you can say, than the mediumship, where you are connecting. That you're lending energy to do that, and it depends on who you're talking to, and the spirit and the human actually. But it can get I've learned that I can get rid of negative energies from places. I try not to, and I kind of have a protocol of what needs to be happening. It has to be pretty severe for me to do something like that, because some spirits, they might not be the greatest in the world, but they still belong there, like they're still supposed to be there, or that's their turf. But
like I've heard before from people say that like humans, how they were on Earth is how they are on the other side. If they were pricks on Earth, they were pricks on the other side. Not so much demonic, but just.
Then there's the ones that were never human, and I've dealt with a few of those this year too.
Oh.
And this last one actually kind of kicked my butt And
Wow.
and it's I've been kind of on a break since then. It was
No shit.
Yeah, it was a house, and I did a tour with multiple people who were witness to all this. And I don't say the word demonic often, but demonic.
Wow.
And all I can say is something I was able to kind of corner it. It knew stuff about me. I think that it was something that has known me for a while. And that was through like Spirit Box. And this was dead of January, flies crawling up people's arms and on their faces. It was like a horror movie.
Look, fucking Amityville. Oh my God.
It was wild. And that was up northern Wisconsin, where there's a lot of Native American spirits up there. But this was pretty intense. And it was more than one day for sure. I had to go back. I had to recuperate energy, and at the end there was like this doll that I had to discard, and something came and got this entity and took it out of the house. And that was the end, I guess. And that was so crazy, and that messes with your logical mind so much that I've kind of just been like, okay, taking a break. But I have opened up again. I have a few clients that are anticipating reading soon for relatives and stuff. But so there's that.
I was saying that definitely took a lot out of you. Just reliving that took a lot out of you. You could tell.
It's a hard one. I don't dream a lot, and I guess that's a psychic thing. It can be, which is odd. I didn't know that could be a psychic thing, but since my abilities have come into fruition, I have stopped dreaming. But since that house, I have started dreaming again, and I dream about it a lot.
Whoa.
Yeah. I feel like I had an attachment for a good little while. I feel like I still have an attachment from that in a way, like it's confined, but I've had a few attachments. I have one that won't go away, and I call him Tiny because he's huge. And
Always the opposite. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Can I ask you a personal question? Not personal, but can I ask you? I mean, I guess it's personal. What do you use, or what do you do for protection? Sage, Palo Santo? Do you have blessings, incense, or?
I think it's a lot of my own willpower.
Okay.
I go in pretty guarded, and I'm aware of certain things. Like movements, I'm aware of. I mean, there's going to be movement. I have pretty strong boundaries of nothing touching me. I have let spirits touch me in the past, but they're spirits that I kind of knew or had some sort of relationship with in a way. And it's just my hands. But normally in the situation, there's no touching me. I have like a barrier of how close you can get to me. Because a lot of these, when they touch you, they're affecting you mentally, like they're getting in your head. And then your mind's already playing, like your logical prefrontal cortex is playing tricks on you, trying to make sense of stuff. And when all those combined, it can be hard to tell what's real and what's not. So it's
you're gonna play by your rules. You're gonna let them know how you'd be too, because they'll walk all over you. You gotta tell them it's my game. This is how it is, right? I mean,
yeah,
you're vulnerable. They'll eat you up.
And I have a pretty strong presence there. Like I've gotten mean. There's been a few investigations where they're threatened to kill me, and then like we had somebody listening. I forgot what is that called? There's a name for it.
Not EVP.
It's you listen to the spirit box. It is a deprivation where you're kind of blind. You can't see, you can't hear anything but what's coming through the spirit box.
Oh, isn't that the fucking Estes method?
Yes.
Estes. Yes. I didn't even know about that till the searchers did it. And I go, what the fuck is this? What they'll answer questions and they'll hear nothing but static and go, yes, tomorrow, purple, or whatever. And it's like, whoa. Estes, thank you, Danielle.
I've used that in a few investigations I've done now, and my gosh, that really is intense. It works. I mean, it's It's insane.
I honestly haven't done it yet. I'd love to try. Have you done both? Have you done?
I haven't. I feel like I shouldn't. Maybe. I don't know if I should or not.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Just because of my abilities, I think that maybe that could get bad. Like, I feel like I'm the protective energy in a group, and I can't do that if I'm going under. Like, and I've been with people who went under like almost a hypnosis state, and I'm trying to pull them out or basically battling this thing, and they're like, "I'm going to kill you." I'm like, "Go ahead, come back and kick your ass," you know. Like,
you're right.
Truly
brawl. They live on fear. They live on fear. It's just like anything else. It's like a horror movie. It lives on fear.
I guess that's one thing I don't give them is I don't really have fear anymore. Like I've been in like the scariest attics alone imaginable, basements, like I used to have a lot of fear. And I'm not reckless with it. Yeah. I'm not reckless with it, but I
got a question for you, not to cut you off, but since you mentioned the attic and stuff, what about my personal favorite, graveyards? You do that?
Oh, yeah. I love graveyards.
Okay, cool. It's eerie but beautiful, right? I mean,
yeah. I find that there's not a lot of like permanent spiritual residents there. Like they come and go kind of thing.
They didn't die there. People didn't.
Right,
so it's
they kind of visit their bodies like anybody would. And I don't know. I've learned a lot about when spirits cross over and kind of the protocol and when they can come back again to visit, and sometimes it takes a while, and how long spirits will tend to just kind of cling on and stay before they cross over. There's a lot of everybody's different, but it seems like my rule is I don't want to contact anybody until 3 months after death, because it seems like that's from what I've seen kind of a standard of, we want them to move on, and they eventually, depending, I don't know if it's like a settling period or what's happening.
Confusion, like a light confusion, maybe. Like Adam, remember in Beetlejuice where they thought they were alive still? Am I dead? And someone's living in the house.
Well, there's that. And I have theories on that too. It seems like that is with people who take their own lives. That seems to be an automatic kind of thing that happens is, they don't know they're dead. And then they figure it out. Mm-hmm. And then the cycle repeats. Like they just go back to like thinking they're alive again, and it's kind of sad. And that can happen for a long time, actually. But I think
like
for
most
people,
in a way, like purgatory.
And
kind of thing.
Some find their way out of it, and some don't. But then, like the normal, from what I've seen, like this is my theories, is we tend to want to stick around and kind of see what happens to our bodies when we die. A lot of us, we kind of follow our loved ones as much as we can. But there's like this pull the whole time to move on, like to go where we're supposed to go. And then when we do that, finally, there's a time period where we don't come back for a while. And it can be, a couple weeks to a couple months to years. It just depends on what's happening. And that I don't know. Like I've asked those questions and literally it seems like I can't be told that. But
you've answered a lot of shit for me because my mom passed away. And I feel like after she died, like I saw her, I feel like I felt her a lot. And now it's been 6 years. I feel like not so much, maybe holidays, birthdays. Does that make sense? I feel like it's almost ties. But I'll go a month or two without even really I'll think about her, but I'm like, I just don't really. But there's times I'm like, I swear I smell her perfume around her birthday. Does it make sense? So,
yes. And that's kind of what happens and
you answered all my questions by that. Yeah, you're good.
I mean, bringing up graveyards, I feel like that is like a pit stop. When they come and visit for whatever reasons, holidays, birthdays, that kind of thing.
It's like a tie, kind of like.
But for the first little while after death, it seems like, and not all, but most are very present. They're there for a little bit. And they can show up in a lot of different ways. And then they move on.
I love how you explain things, guys. We're talking to Miss Allie K. Mrs. Allie K. Danielle is a client of mine. She's a psychic medium, Reiki, all that. She's a death doula. She's a shadow witch. So she's agreeing with all. She's writing down. She's like, oh yeah, she vibes with that.
Very cool.
So,
I'm very interested in the death doula thing.
I didn't know what the fuck that was till 3 weeks ago.
It might be on my roster of things to do at some point.
Well, that's cool. That's cool. She's right up there with you too. I mean, as far as I want to talk a tiny bit. Let's do some fun ones real quick, and we'll go back to serious stuff. Let's do a fun one if you don't mind. I'd like to know. As I mentioned, I told you, you thought I was in New York, but I'm in Maine, Stephen Kingville. I went to the same high school as him. It's been my thing since forever. My first movie was The Shining, a horror movie at least. Do you have, and I'm sure you do, give me one of each if you can, a favorite Stephen King book and a movie?
Ooh, okay. So
surprise!
I really like The Mist. Okay.
No one's ever said that. There's something in the mist. Oh, the book
that
or the
one
movie?
Creeps me out. Like,
movie,
so,
yeah.
I really like that.
Nice.
Let's see. The Shining, and a lot of that has to do with Timberline Lodge, which the outside part of The Shining was filmed there. My dad lives in Oregon, so when I would go out and visit him, he would take me like to the ocean one day, and then we go up to the mountains. We'd always go to Timberline, so I got to see that growing up. And
best of both worlds, mountains and ocean. Best of both worlds, yeah.
Yeah, like you could do it all in one day, which was fun. And I thought that was really cool, being from Wisconsin, where you don't get any of that. But
woods.
You get a lot of woods.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess the Great Lakes are kind of oceany, but
yeah, that's fair. But
I mean,
that's cool.
I used to have a fear of clowns like no other, and I've gotten over that a bit. But I like it. I mean, yeah. It's how can you
I got this shit everywhere. I'm a big fucking fan. I met him last year. I almost passed out. We went to go see his son Joe Hill does Nosferatu, the Black Phone. He did a book reading in Bangor, Derry, and Steve showed up, and I about fucking pissed my pants like a Hanson concert. I'm like, I love you. He's like, not today. I go, oh my god, he looked at me. He hates me. Awesome. Take a picture.
Now that I think about it, the only one that comes kind of in competition with that is do you remember Rose Red?
Yes.
There was a really old movie. Yeah, that one I love too. And I haven't seen that movie now.
House.
Yeah.
Dude, that would eat you up. That would drain you so bad you walked in that fucking place.
Oh my god. Yeah, I'd be like, no, I'm not doing this.
Cool. Well, that's a good answer. I want to talk about your something else you're big into, and that you obviously are looking for clients and new people all the time, and that's your promoting, your booking, kind of like me. You do events, music, paranormal. Let's talk about that. When did that all get started, and what's all about?
Well, I just did Pararock the Annex. That was about a little over a year ago now. That was a pretty big deal. That was an all-day convention. I had Dave Schrader. I had the guys from 28 Days Haunted. I had
Netflix.
Many vendors throughout the day, and we had speakers and the whole 9 yards, readers.
Yeah. And
then at night I had 5 bands.
I love that.
Yeah, it was a blast. It was a lot of work. And I do plan on doing one again, but it's a lot of preparation. And right now my time has been taken up with I'm a law student, so I'm in law school.
No, and I get it, but I figured at least get it out there because I mean, if someone's like, "Hey, I need a poster for 2026 or whatever," they can.
Sure. And I just started incorporating the paranormal into my booking. I've had Alley K Music and Alley K Promotions has been, I think, going on 12 years now. A lot of local, focus on, getting new bands or bands that need more recognition, like really getting them out there, pairing them with national headliners. I have worked with many, many, many people, and as all kinds of different entities, from merch girl to promoter to booking agent to, I was a radio host for a while, so I got to know more local music that way. And, I've gained families throughout the years, of people that I consider family. I've worked, with JJO.
Am I frozen or is she frozen? Can you guys see me or her? I can't tell. I think she's frozen or I'm frozen. Can someone comment if you can? Uh-oh. Can you guys hear me? Anybody watching? Just write, I can hear you in the comments if you can hear me. I know Maine's Wi-Fi is horrible. Please, anybody in the comments. She is frozen, Heather? Okay, good. Okay. She got rid of herself. She'll be back. Hold that thought. Thanks, Bustin. Dust. Oh, okay. Okay. It must be that's okay. Thank you guys. She's coming back. So like I said, I appreciate the tour. I give Danny a tour of me and Heather. They came up. Danny and Lauren came up. The Radicals from Connecticut. They didn't bring the hearse. They came up in their car. We met them. They actually picked up Heather in Orchard Beach, brought her up with me up here. Way the fuck up here. And I met them in their hotel in Bangor. We had plenty of time. So we went to Dice Hearts. We went to the house in Orrington where Steve lived with his wife, where the pet cemetery is out back. Matched up pictures from different documentaries. Shit like that. But don't forget, guys, too, besides the tour, which I might be doing September 6th, my birthday, about 4 weeks, I'll be 46. What an old man. I will be speaking at 5 p.m. Eastern at a paranormal panel at the Augusta Civic Center at the main Paracon. Annabelle's going to be there. Tony Sparrow, all them guys are going to be there with Annabelle the doll. The guy that played Jason Voorhees. I have the guy on my podcast next week who played Leatherface in Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2013. Brett Wagner is my guest next Thursday. He'll be on. He'll be at the convention too, but I'll be speaking at 5 p.m. on a panel with everyone. I see you, Allie. So he'll be there. Don't forget, guys, September 6th, plenty of tickets left. It's a 3-day event or 2-day event, 6th and 7th in Augusta at the Augusta Civic Center, which is the only place that Elvis Presley played in Maine. There's a placard inside about it. Heather will be there, and Witch and Life Guide will be there with all her goodies. We'll be all set up, and I'll be there talking at 5 p.m. Allie's back. I didn't know if I was frozen or you were. Hey, Allie.
Yeah, my internet kind of went wonky there.
I do too in Maine, right? The fucking squirrels don't run fast enough.
Yeah, right. But anyways, music. So music has been life for a very long time. I do plan on going on tour at some point soon with Dead Man Acoustics. So check them out.
Ooh.
Dead Man Acoustics. He's very talented. And I'm going to do my psychic stuff along the way. So that'll be fun. And so.
It's like Rocket Shock. They had the whole horror convention. They'd have metal bands play with it. Like, you know what's funny? That's how I knew you. Like 8 years ago, you liked my band, Culling the Herd. I sang for them in Maine, and I'm like, and I saw you appeared at Paranormal. That was like 5 years ago. I sent you a friend request. Yeah, we've been friends ever since, and I don't sing in them anymore. And we have opened up for Mushroom Head, a couple other bands, with Il Nino, which is cool. But I saw you do that.
Are in the spectrum of But I mean, at this point, all over the country, I have friends, bands. I've booked them or worked with them or befriended them along the way. So I think the majority of my 1,000 friends on Facebook are music. So I'm pretty new to the paranormal community, but I love it. I mean, I'm still learning. I didn't know that things would get this far, like with my gifts opening up, but it was just like literally knock on the door one day. Okay, it's time. Okay.
Plus your area is not dry, but you know what I mean? It's like it's New York, LA, Wisconsin's kind of plenty of room for shit to grow. So, you know Jenny Davis and them, all those guys that do all that stuff with Larry, they have a good running. And if they get your back, you've come highly recommended from everyone over at Paraflix. It's a big network to have you signed to. It's a big thing in the underground in the paranormal
they've
community.
Been great. They're a sponsor of Parac, and they helped a lot. And I'm grateful for that.
It's just like anything else. There's good and bad in any type of field. Paranormal's got, but then they got, So it depends where you want to go. Try to stay out of bad headlines, I guess. I don't know. So, no, seriously, I feel like, Larry and them are good people. They do. I've had them on the show. They do it right.
I feel like I've kind of stepped back a bit from, because school, but it's not for any other reason. But it's, I guess. The mediumship part does get heavy at times, but I'm excited to go back to Rock Island, and I've investigated there a few times now, and we've had some pretty incredible investigations, like truly, and I like it there, like I like the people, and I just like the ghosts, I guess, even though some of them are kind of crabby.
Well, that helps. You don't feel threatened. No one wants to kill you there that you know of.
Well, maybe a few, but it's all right. I talk back, so they don't like that.
Well, no, I was gonna say you're a little feisty. They don't. They want the ones to give in. Well, that brings me to another question, real quick, that I got for you. Give me one of each, and it can be for any reason. But give me a favorite place you've been. It can be for investigating or just for vacation. And give me a bucket list.
Yeah. Investigating.
Yeah.
Edinburgh Manor is really cool. I like that one a lot. And Rock Island, it was the old YMCA. Like, there's a lot of stories there, and I'm able to really connect there. So investigation-wise, I'd say those two. And the Paulding Light, which I still can't figure out what that is, which is in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, in the middle
Have you
of
ever heard of that? Is that on the lakes? Is that on Superior Lake or something?
No, it's just it's in Paulding, Michigan, and it's just off a beaten path. It's by a campground, Robbins Pond campground.
Those are the best ones.
Yeah, but it's a light, and it's always there. And there's said that a train, it used to be old train tracks, and a train conductor was killed by a train on accident there. So they think it's. But I've gone up there, and the military's been there, because this thing is literally there every single night, and it gets like unbelievably cold and snowy and just ridiculously. And there's so many theories on what this thing is, but all of them so far haven't been quite right. And I've been up there, like, that was my old stomping grounds, because I'm from northern Wisconsin. And as a kid, I go up there, and there's just oddities everywhere. Like, there was
that shit.
old busted grand piano in the middle of the woods that was weird. And then there's this so there's you drive down this like dirt road, and there's kind of like a barrier where you have to stop at that point, and then it goes down, and at the bottom of the hill there's like this tiny stream, and then the hill goes back up, so you can kind of see from one hill the top of the other, and that's where this light comes, and it just floats, and if you flash your lights at it, it turns red, and like it's really strange, and it's there, since the 70s. It's been there every day, every night. Like right when the sun goes down, you can start seeing it. And
what the fuck?
It does figure eights through power lines, and it's like weird. But at the stream, a few times I've gone down there, like in the summer, and I can hear like almost a radio, like there's like voices and talking, and it's so I've never really come to any conclusions of what I thought it was. Like, I'm like, this is weird. I know that, but yeah, the military's been out there a few times when I was.
You're in the Stephen King movie. You're in one.
But
that's fucked up.
I've done a lot of work up in this winter up north, and the Native American spirituality itself is so strong.
You mentioned that earlier. A lot of native land up there. Yeah.
Yeah. And I feel like there's a lot of that. And there was a couple instances where there was this, it wasn't a human, I don't know what it was, but a lot of times like native spirits will project as animals, or hybrids. But this thing was like, I don't know, it was small, dark entity that would run up walls. And it was like pure, the feeling of it was like fear. Like it was just a ball of like excess energy, and it was like fear. It was strange. But I mean,
it sounds like a gremlin type feel, like a little demonic type.
It kind of felt kind of cute and not, cute and evil, but it was
like harmless until it growls at you like a little bastard. Real quick, a question from the crowd. Dave William asked. He says he saw an apparition once. Do you believe in apparitions? Tell them, boss, hi.
Apparitions, of course I do. Yeah.
Of course, yes. Great question. Of course, so yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I've seen many. Sometimes I see them. Sometimes I feel them. But I mean, I have manifestations at least once a month. Like wherever I'm at. I mean, everything's kind of haunted, but it's
It's true. Everything's got a story. It doesn't have to be the Conjuring House or Amityville or even Lizzie Borden's. There's 1,000 places going. Someone died here. They forgot about me. Like you said earlier, off the beaten path. Aren't those the best ones, Allie? Though, right?
Yeah.
There's no line.
Yeah, the Paulding Light in Paulding, Michigan. If you want to see potentially a ghost or whatever that thing is, you can. It's there, rain or shine, every single day.
That's fucking wild. That's fucking wild. Give me a bucket list. Have you been to New England, Maine, Salem? You want to go to New Orleans or anything like that?
Oh, New Orleans is on my soon list. That's one place we want to hit on tour. Salem, I would love to, obviously. I don't know. I don't believe a lot of those women were witches. I believe that perhaps maybe the witches are the ones that hung them. But
it was a mass murder in my eyes. Murder of 19 people. Yeah.
Yeah, it was. And I feel, but I do want to experience that. There's a Gettysburg I haven't been to yet. I hear that's going to be a trip.
Prepare to cry. If you really mean it, you see those battlefields with the fences, it's fucking wild, dude. It's been 3 times. I've been, through it to Iowa and shit, because I've been to your neck of the woods. I've been through it, never stopped. I want to go to Ed Gein's place, but you're right up there. You want to see this? What about overseas? Any place you want to go in England, Scotland?
I want to go anywhere in Europe because it's so old. That's going to be crazy. But yeah, eventually I want to see, all the hot spots in the United States, and then, see about getting overseas. But, and that's something I plan on doing soon. So
castles, old school England castles, maybe Stonehenge, right?
I can't imagine.
So it sounds like you like
with my sensitivity, that's gonna be nuts.
Well, it sounds like you like your history. You sound like you respect, like, between the natives and just everything. You don't just go into it going, "What's my name? What's the color of my T-shirt?" You go into it to want to know why you're here. Can I hail you? Because as you know, psychic medium's not something you turn off. It's not like switch. It's you live it.
I've tried, but nope. I've learned how to control my switch a little bit better, but
that's the difference. And
it can be interfering because a lot of these spirits are very emotional, and they're trying to get something across, and I can't always visually see them, but something's wrong with me and I don't know why, and then it's like, oh, okay, and it's hard to decipher sometimes, like, is this me or something else? Or so every emotion kind of puts me in pause, like, is this me or a ghost?
That's always fun.
It's a job.
It's a job. We're at the halfway point. Usually the halfway point, I ask my guests to play host. I want you to ask me a question or two if you got one.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So what's your favorite place that you've investigated?
Boy, that's a good one. By chance or on purpose? I stayed at Lizzie Borden's in Fall River, Massachusetts, with my girlfriend at the time. Still actually Heather, obviously, and she actually paid for it. And we spent the night there, and all night long I stayed up. I caught an orb on a shop vac in the basement where the hatchet was found. We're upstairs on the couch and everything, and the chandelier shook when I asked if they were tired about being people acting like this place was a circus, and the chandelier shook. So different shit. That was why Lizzie Borden's is pretty crazy. Old school original house, as you know. Got acquitted of murder, so no one knows to this day who did it technically. So that's right up there for me. And then, of course, just your average, like, dude, where I live in Maine, I'll just stop at a cemetery for the fuck of it, in these little rinky-dink townships, 1,200 people and shit, no stoplight. And I stop at a grave, and it says, blah, 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 died in the bomb squad in action. That's a hero. This guy died in the bomb squad. So I think leaving little places doesn't have to be a top 40 fucking made the magazine place, right? There are people just important. So that's pretty cool for me. I like the local shit. Maine's got graveyards from the 1700s, native stuff, Cherokees, Wendigo. So that's my answer for that one. That's a good question.
Okay. All right. What else? Stephen King. Favorite book, movie?
Favorite movie's Pet Cemetery, because I know where all the spots are. On my tours, historically on the tours, I could take you where Gage got killed. The house is still yellow. You can still see the water out back when he's flying the kite. It's all matches up. I like
Pet Cemetery, but that part where these cuts to Achilles that like permanently put a fear in my head. I can't even touch my Achilles. I'm like,
is that one of the first like real child deaths in a movie that I can think of, besides maybe like Night of the Living Dead, which I don't think had kids die in it, but one of the first, probably. that had a child get fucking creamed. I mean,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
So it's probably that. As far as books go, oh boy, I haven't read a Super Law. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of behind. I really liked not Mr. Harrigan's Phone. That was a good one, but I liked what's the movie where he's got the chick tied up and they're gonna have sex and then he dies and she's handcuffed still to the bed.
I know what you're talking about.
It's a red book. That one's good because he dies of a heart attack while he's going to bang her, and she's handcuffed to the post, and bears come in, and ghosts and shit.
Gerald, is it Gerald's?
Gerald's Game. Thank you.
Yeah.
You're good. Yeah. Gerald's Game. Fucking, I'm the Stephen King guy, and I blew that one. Gerald's Game. Gerald's Game.
That is a weird one. I just saw that recently, actually, a couple of years ago.
That's a good one. The movie's wild too, but the book gets you really into it. Like, holy fuck! If I imagine just being held hostage and bears are coming in and rabbits and people, ghosts. So let's talk about you. Stephen King is great and all, but it's not about him. It's about you as an author. A couple of books of your own, correct? Can people get those and find those? Yes,
I'm a poet. I have 5 books on Amazon, and a lot of them. Let's see. I got Spectres. The Romanticized Musings and Madness is a 3-part book. So I got Spectres, which is ghost poems. I got Real Monsters, which is serial killer poems. And then I got Demons Inside, which is like psychological misfires, like that kind of stuff. Like
trippy.
Well, it covers all the fear bases mostly. And then I have Beneath the Floorboards, which is the only one that's not a poetry book. It's kind of a short-ish story that has a lot of. I'm gonna be writing more on that and expanding on that, but it's a haunted
horror story. It's gotta be a horror.
Yeah, it's a haunted house horror story, and the ghosts are very sinister. And then Against the Odds of Oblivion is not horror. That is more. It's just like poetry. It's sad-ish poetry, like through different mental states. So not as much horror, more psychological.
Right on.
And, so I plan on expanding on Beneath the Floorboards, especially. I kind of want to write a part 2 to the Romanticized Music of Madness, since there's so many more ghost stories I have now, and there's I could revamp that a little differently to make it a part 2. So, but that's what I got, and those are available on Amazon. Or if you want signed copies, you can find me on Facebook, Allie KRAUSE, Allie K Promotions, Allie K. Yeah.
I'll pay you next week. I'll hit you up. We'll talk about it later.
And you can pay right through me, and then I sign it and send it out to you.
I love that. I have my podcast collection. I got autograph shit all over the place. I'd love to add you to it all over the room. All over the place.
And then right now for promotions and whatnot, I still run ads. So like bands will send me stuff, and I will promote either their show coming up or just them in general. On all my socials, my Instagram, I have roughly 50 to 70,000 people that watch my page, and Instagram has another 10,000, I believe.
Yeah.
But need anything plugged, as far as you got shows or paranormal too, like if you have a convention going on or anything, we can work something out. I kind of do it per person, like per business, whatever, but I can do it any business, and I just plug ads out there.
Good.
And so at this point I have a lot of experience with that. So yeah, that is what I'm doing for promoting during the time. Now, once I pick up on and do a show again, which I'm starting to get the itch. Once I get through some of my school stuff, because like I just got done with midterms, and now it's a lot.
I'm surprised I can see the hair with so many fucking hats you wear.
It's a lot. Yeah, I'm a little too ambitious at this point.
Yeah. I was like, do you have any what does Allie do for downtime? Do you have any? Do you read a book?
I have more downtime than you think.
Do you sleep at all? Do you vampire? What do you do?
I'm a bit of a vampire, maybe. But lately, a lot of homework. If I took on a show right now, then maybe I would have, I'd be a little overwhelmed. But, so we're trying to get on tour that's another thing that'll be that I'm investing my future time into. So once that happens, that'll be a mixture of, music, being in the music scene, but also tours, like hooking up like with you or other friends along the way.
With my booking agency, I'd love to hook up with you, maybe promote some people with some paranormal conventions I got coming up next year in Salem, other places and stuff. We'll be talking. Real quick, I want to get to Dustin. I think I'm ignoring him. Dustin Ryan says there's a spot in Maryland there anything metal rolls uphill like a gravity hill. There's one in Pennsylvania I've been to.
Ooh.
It's like 10 minutes away from the house where Blair Witch was filmed. That's cool. 50 minutes of players in the van is trolled. See? How much is this might be magnetic fields? Great question.
What do they have? I don't know if these are legit or not, but in the Wisconsin Dells, they have the Wonder Spot.
I've heard of that. I've heard of that one.
Now it's not there anymore, but I don't know what that could be. Right, the Blair Witch thing that's interesting. It could be magnetic. Like there could be some really out there magnetic stuff, but that's also that would be a hot spot for paranormal activity.
You know what's funny? For someone who's in law school and a psychic medium and all that shit and an author, you're also pretty like open to everything. So I got to ask you, where do you stand on aliens, Gerald, UFOs and shit?
I believe in the possibility.
Okay,
I haven't
no
got
experiences in.
Not yet.
Okay.
I haven't got too in depth with that, but I believe that in the possibility. I think it would be kind of crazy not to think that out of all the planets and everything that's out there, that there isn't other life,
We realize Earth is huge, but if you look at the galaxy chart, you're like, holy fuck, we're like a blimp. We're like we're like a peon of the whole. Yeah. To think we're alone is typical American man, I guess. But I mean, the proof is there. The government even admitted these UFOs. Betty and Barney Hill, New Hampshire, black and white couple in the 60s got abducted. They get a big
there's so many accounts that I'm leaning towards. Yeah, I think that some of this is true, and I it's hard not to, but I haven't quite wrapped my mind around it. You know what I mean?
Got you, but you're not a shutdown going, no, if I can't see it, it doesn't exist. Like gravity, right?
I know I won't do that.
What about Bigfoot and like Mothman and shit? You dig that shit?
I know people up north that they swear they've seen Bigfoot, and that's a real thing. And one of them is my mom's ex-husband's dad, so my step-grandfather. But he is a guy that is honest, like he doesn't talk much about anything, and he's never talked.
Not doing for a publicity stunt or money or fucking bullshit. Right.
Yeah, and he's like, I saw Bigfoot. He's a hunter, and he was practicing his target, and he lives out in the woods, and this is McNaughton, Wisconsin. He's like, and I saw him. I smelled him first. He said, I saw him walk right through the woods. I'm like, okay. And coming from that source, like, it's like, I really believe that, because
you got to count that in to the equation. Yeah.
So I've had some eerie feelings up in the woods before. I haven't seen anything, I don't think, but I've seen some weird,
But you know what I mean? Like if you're in New Jersey, you might just go to the woods, just look. They'd be like, "I've been to the Barrens, look for the devil," or in Virginia, go look at the Mothman statue, and shit, just kind of fun, right? I mean, it doesn't hurt.
No, and who knows? There's oddities in this world. I know that. And knowing that ghosts exist, that took me a while to, accept.
I work with at least 2 oddities. I swear to God, 2 of the people are fucking aliens, grays or something. Another fun one for Allie K, guys. We still got a little bit of 10, 15 minutes to go with Allie K Promotions, AK-17 Promotions. What does Allie do for? I mean, obviously your underground bands, but what do you like for like the big ones? I mean, Slipknot, the Beatles. You like Yellow Wolf, Eminem. What do you?
I love Slipknot.
Yes,
very much. I'm a metal girl, very much so.
Got you.
I mean, I guess I all over the spectrum, really, but I like Marilyn Manson. I like Nine Inch Nails. I like Slipknot. I like, like.
What's old school? What did you start? Was it like Metallica? Was it Black Sabbath? Ozzy? Was it
Metallica.
Was
Yeah,
he?
Metallica, Nine Inch Nails,
Nin, yeah.
Skinny Puppy, believe it or not.
Ooh, that's all right. I
Guns
can
N'
guilty
Roses,
pleasures too.
you know, like the 80s hair bands.
Oh, Molly Crew,
and then
Anthrax, shit,
Motley
Slayer,
Crue,
even.
Slayer, definitely Slayer. And then I also like Jewel, you know, and I like.
I do.
Stuff.
I like Green Day. I mean, there's a little, you know, go in and go, oh, here's fucking Blink 182. I got one song on my iPad. Fuck off, you know. So yeah, I listen to it, you know.
It's a mixture of musical talent, and then, you know, like local bands. I hear so many of them but I like the old classics quite a bit too.
That's cool.
But,
I like CCR, Pink Floyd, and shit. ZZ Top, chill out.
Pink Floyd. Mm-hmm.
How could you? Oh, I went and saw Roger Waters do the Wall after him and Dave broke up in Fenway, the Red Sox play. I smoked a joint in Fenway with my aunt from California. We got high and listened to fucking Another Brick in the Wall. They came out, and I feel like I was on mushrooms. I'm like, oh, it was so great. Dustin Ryan's rocking out. It must be your boy. He's new to the show. If not, Dustin, what's up, homie? Appreciate you checking in. Make sure and share like the channel and promotions. Next Thursday, I have Brett Wagner, who played Leatherface 2013. He's going to be my guest. They're coming to Maine.
I met him.
Oh, you did? I get to meet him soon, so that's cool. He's a cool dude. He's been really a couple other things too. I think he was on like The Walking Dead or something. I forget. He got a pretty good bio.
Scarefest is where I met him, and he was kind of like my bodyguard at the after party. So
he's a big fucking cat. I'll say you can always we get 10 minutes ago. If we go over, if that's cool with you.
Mm-hmm.
I tell people an hour, but I'm allowed about an hour and a half, so I don't want to fucking rob you of your time. But this is rad. We should do this more often. Yes, I really try to get down to earth. I like to smoke, get high, drink, and just talk and not be all. In 1995, I'm not about that. So this is what I'm about for the show. I've been doing it for 6 seasons for a reason. So, Allie K, we got plenty of time. But is there anything that I missed that you want to like mention?
I don't know. We got modeling. That's pretty basic stuff. I've been in 3 magazines out of LA, like music magazines. I've done a calendar shoot for Wounded Warriors, and then just a bunch of other random stuff. So I still do it.
I know you're modest, but that's dope. That's dope. I mean, fuck.
Yeah, it took me years to be a paid model, but I guess I am now. But
well, I got clients that do directing and stuff. I got to get you to some more acting roles. I know you're a horror actress and stuff, doing all your stuff. Yeah. So, speaking of that, yeah, okay, good to know. I'll let them know that you're open for roles, especially in your area. What are your go-to for horror movies besides King shit? Like, what is there? There's got to be something good.
I love American Horror Story. That kind of. I followed that quite a bit.
It's the season where they have the hotel and shit, and it's
hotel's good,
right? Okay, yes, yeah, okay, yes, I think I mean that. Okay.
And I don't know the old classic Stephen King. I know more about Stephen King than I thought I did, but I like a lot of his movies.
It's tough. It's hard to you look through. You're like, oh shit, he did that too. Night Flyer. Oh shit.
Yeah.
The Long Walk's coming out soon. Where everybody walks, and if they walk below 5 miles an hour, they die and shit. You ever heard about that?
No.
That's coming out soon. The Long Walk, yeah, it's all like a marathon where people die and shit. People root them on and kill them, and they all cheer.
All the Conjuring, the Conjuring series, obviously.
Based on real stuff. Based on real stuff.
I know. And Ed and Lorraine, that's like I don't know. They're like mom and dad, of the paranormal. They're fascinating. And I love their relationship too, which is, kind of cool.
It's kind of like Ozzy, like Hulk Hogan, people that passed away recently, God bless them both. But it's people that have led the way for their industry, if that makes sense. Aside from who they are in person, Ed and Lorraine are the real Ghostbusters. They opened the door, like Hulk Hogan did the wrestling, like Ozzy did the metal. It made it like somewhat cool to be like, oh, will they do it? Okay, if it wasn't for Ed and Lorraine, we wouldn't be talking right now. I don't think. Well, people wouldn't be into what we do. We'd be demonic.
Right. Yeah. So they're definitely pillars of, the paranormal. So these days I don't watch much TV, sadly. I do before bed, but I'm not really watching it.
It's poison. It's a good thing. You're too busy for that, girl.
Yeah. But yeah, I appreciate those movies and bringing it to life in a way, Other than that, I think we touched upon just about everything.
Yeah, we're good. If you're good, we're good, guys. Check her out at Alley K Promotions. You know what I mean? Like, you check her out on Facebook. She'll do your shit, but she's a busy chick, so don't fuck with her. Don't mess with her time. If you're real, let's do it. As well as true, you're gonna get shit to do. So, Alley K, one last question: where do you see yourself this time next year? Last one.
Still in
More
school.
Another book, maybe.
I'm
Another
hoping
book?
to put another book out by next year for sure.
Okay,
Yes,
good.
something spooky.
Awesome. Something spooky. We like it. All right, guys. Historical Vodcast. Brett Wagner's our guest next week. Episode 6, season 2 in the books. Allie K, thank you for your time.
Thanks
It was
for
like a
having
cold
me.
shower. I'm going, it's fucking hot. So thank you for your time, guys. We'll see you next week. Be good. Historically